All right, welcome on in, everyone. My name is Coach Christian, and we have Coach Heather with us today, and we have an amazing Coach Care Connect daily virtual workout for you. We have a good burn-style workout today. We're going to crank your heart rate up. We got 7 different movements that we're going to do that with in a nice circuit format. It's also going to kind of be an EMOM format, so we're going to go at the top of each minute with some different rep counts, and we'll let you know what those are as we get into our circuit. So what we're going to do today is we're going to start out with our warm-up, and then we'll get into our circuit. We'll do some really good things, and then we'll cool you down and get you out of here and on with the rest of your day. Now, equipment that you need today is some dumbbells or kettlebells. If you have a pair of one of those, that would be the best, because we are going to do some overhead presses where we do need 2 dumbbells or 2 kettlebells of the same size. So now that you know what we need, let's get started with our warm-up. We're going to start with our overhead squat. Heather's going to do that for us here, so arms above the head. And then we're going to drop down into our squat, weight in the heels, and actively drive those shoulders back on this one. Arms are long, chest is nice and tall, and you got 10 overhead squat reps here. Very, very good. Begin driving the knees out, sitting the weight back into the heels, keeping that chest as tall as possible. After you hit 10, we're going to go down into an A frame. So make the A with the legs, and then we're going to open up, follow the hand with the eyes as you open on this one. Very good. 5 on one side, and then we'll switch it up to 5 on the other. You can rotate the shoulders up, follow the hand with the eyes, and turn that core on. Getting ready to go for today. Good, good. Now, when you are done with this one, we can drop it down to the hands and knees. Good. Next one's going to be a bird dog. We have 5 on each side, so opposite arm, opposite leg extends, and then we bring the elbow into the knee. And want to focus on that straight line from the hand to the heel when you're in that extended position, keeping the core nice and tight. This is a corrective core exercise, so it makes sure the core is firing in the right positions, and all the right muscles are working at the right times. Very good. Again, 5 on both sides. When you're done with those, let's hop it up to the feet. We're going to finish up with our warm-up with some jumping jacks. 10 of those, knocking them out really quick. All together, coming up to the top. Being quick here, again, if you can't jump today or not jumping today, we're just doing the same thing, but stepping out to the side. 10 reps. Good. If you're still finishing up the warm-up, that's perfectly fine. We're going to get into our circuit today. We're going to show you the 7 moves, and then we will get into it, into our first of 3 rounds. So, first minute that we have a 2-point row, and you have 10 reps on each side. So the 2-point row, 2 points of contact to our 2 feet on the ground. Notice how Heather does not have that hand on the front knee to support herself. She's using her core to support herself, and the shoulders aren't rotating because that core is turned on. So first minute, you have 10 on each side there for 20 total. Then we're going to move on. Next one is a goblet Cossack squat. So we've done Cossack squats in our warm-up before. If you've taken a lot of Coach Care Connect videos, you want to get your feet nice and wide, goblet position with the kettlebell, and then we're going to get down into a single leg squat. Now, notice how Heather, when she comes to the bottom, so go back to the bottom there, perfect. Heel comes up, toe is pointed right to the center, and inside leg is nice and long. So without making her hold that one for too long, you can kind of see exactly what those look like. Now, if you struggle with this one, get rid of the kettlebell and do body weight. That's a great exercise there as well. Next one, we are going to have a kneeling overhead press. So this is where you're going to need the pair of weights. So dumbbells generally are what people have pairs of more often, but if you have a pair of kettlebells, awesome. Right here, kneeling overhead press. So kneeling position, notice how Heather's hips are forward. So one thing we want to avoid on this one is that falling back. So if you start to look like this and you can see the hips are back, you want to bring them forward, engage the glutes, because that is right where you want to be, that straight line with the body from the knees up right there. Next one, we're going to get rid of the weights, and we are going to start to crank it up a little bit with our touchdown squats. So feet are going to be just a little bit wider than they usually would in your squat, and then you hop the feet back together up at the top. Now we're touching down. If you don't touch the ground, that's perfectly fine. We don't want you to bend too much. We want you to squat to get low. So remember that. Squat to get low, don't hinge to get low. Perfect. After that, we are going to go into some cross-body mountain climbers. So high plank position to start. You got 20 reps on each side for this one. So you have a minute to do it. We're going to knock it out pretty quick. So you can see Heather brings her knee into her opposite elbow. You want to find a pace because it's going to be 40 total reps on this one. 20 on each side. We're going to knock it out, and then we're going to move on to a little less intense exercise in our goat bellies. So goat bellies, you're going to need a kettlebell. You can also do it with a dumbbell. Kettlebells just work a little bit better because you got the horns. And we want the horns kind of sticking out on this one. The horns are your handle to your kettlebell. And we want to push it into our stomach and our sternum, kind of right below the rib cage there. From here, we're going to hinge. So notice how Heather keeps that nice flat back. She's got a soft bend in her knees as she comes down. It's just like that same deadlift form. That hinge position looks really good right there. And you have 10 reps to get done in your minute. Awesome. And then our last exercise of the day, exercise number 7, is going to be our sit-outs. High plank position for this one. We're going to kick one leg through, and we're going to tap that hand to our foot. So as you can see, Heather keeps her hips really low on this one. They don't come up too high. A great option on this one is to just keep your hands on the ground and kick that leg through. So if you're struggling with it a little bit, keep the hands on the ground, kick the leg through. You might not get quite the range of motion, but that is perfectly fine. You're going to be in a little bit more stable position. So perfect. Those are our 7 exercises for today. Again, we're going to go through an EMOM format. So every minute we're going to start a new exercise. If you finish early in your minute, the rest of the minute is yours to recover. So now that you know what we're doing, let's get into it. Grab your weights. We got about 30 seconds, and we will get started with our 2-point row and start our 21 minutes of EMOM today. So get yourself ready, and we'll get started. All right, team, so let's get into it here. So we got our weights ready to go. I'm going to get our timer started, and we are taking off today. So about 10 seconds, and we'll start with our 2-point rows. Again, in that minute, we have 20 total reps, so 10 on each side. Nice 2-point position. Let's have fun with this one, team. In 3, 2, 1, here we go. Good. So again, rowing up to the bottom of the rib cage, top of the hip, right in that area right here. If we want to drive, want to actively drive that elbow back and keep that back nice and flat. Again, the shoulders aren't rotating at all because the core is tight and everything is stable. Good. Heather's finishing up with her first 10. We're about 20 seconds into your minute, so we got lots of time. You're going to get some rest today. There's no official rest in between our rounds. Again, we do have 3 rounds today, so we're going to keep on working through it. There we go. All right. So, got about 25 seconds left in the round here. If you are finishing up just like Heather, we got our goblet Cossack squats next. So, again, make sure we find that right position nice and wide with the feet. We try to rotate our toe up as we sink down into that squat. Now, you got 10 seconds here. So, take a couple deep breaths. Let's start thinking about that goblet position, holding it tight. And let's have fun with this one. 5 on each side for the goblet Cossack squats. 3, 2, 1, let's go. So you have 10 total reps on this one. Again, Heather does a really good job of keeping her chest up as well. Want you guys to try to emulate that as well. So getting deep into it, sit that weight back. At the bottom, it should almost feel like you're about to fall back. We obviously don't want you to fall back, but it should kind of be right close to that point where you would. Good. Weight still in the heel, especially in that bottom heel, the one that the toe comes up. If you push down into the ground with that heel, turns on a lot of muscles in the backside of your leg. Good. All right. So about 25 seconds left in this round here as well. Coming up next, as you guys are finishing up, we do have our kneeling overhead press. Now, Heather brings up a very good point with her drink right there. When you guys are done with an exercise and you need some water, grab it. If you got to do anything, do it. Get yourself ready in between those little rounds today. We got 5 seconds, so we're going to start with that kneeling overhead press. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, let's do it. Good. So the kneeling overhead press, you have 10 total reps here. So 10 reps, knocking them out. Everything is either going to be 5, 10, or 20 today. So you always know that. Now, notice how Heather doesn't let her hips fall even as we get through this round. Tend to get tired. The core gets tired. It's a lot of core work, surprisingly, on a kneeling overhead press. So as you're working, check in with your hips. Make sure the glutes are engaged because they can't be engaged if they're back too far. Good, good. Then when you hit your 10, take your seconds to rest. You got just under 30 seconds to go here as we finish up that third exercise already. Whew, 3 of 21 today. You got to do all of them 3 times. So next one is going to be that touchdown squat. This is where we start to turn it up a little bit with the touchdown squat, and then the mountain climber cross body mountain climbers come after that. So here we go. About 8 seconds. Touchdown squats. We got 20 of them. 2-0. So let's hit them in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Again, you get to crank it up just a little bit here. Now, great option for this one. If you're not jumping today, just take out that little hop in the middle, and we're right here. It's the same thing. It's going to keep the chest nice and tall, and it's 20 reps. Very, very nice. Again, weight is in the heels at the bottom of the squat. Just because we're doing a squat in a different way and kind of changing it up a little bit doesn't change your squat form. You want to keep it the same as often as possible. We are halfway through the round, team. 30 seconds. There we go. Finishing up those 20. When you're done, take some deep breaths. Take them. And we got our crossbody mountain climbers coming next. So we'll get down into the ground to that high plank position. The crossbody mountain climbers are 20 each. So it's 40 total reps on this one. So take some time. We got to be moving quick. Start off fast on this one. Go after it, get some reps done, set the pace, and then earn that rest. We got goat bellies coming next in 3, 2, 1. Crossbody mountain climbers, 40 of them. Good, you can do this. You're strong here. You've been working hard to get to a point where 40 mountain climbers, those are nothing for you. You got it today. But again, we got to meet you where you're at. Going after it. All right, 20 seconds in. Again, setting the tone, setting the pace. This is one of those rounds where don't think about it. Just focus on the counting. Work. Once you get to 40, then you can be tired. Then you can stand up and get that rest a little bit, right? You've got about 25 seconds left in the round. Again, coming up next is the goat belly. This is a great round to kind of recover, to recoup a little bit, as we only have 10 goat bellies. So again, kettlebell or dumbbell is going to be right below the rib cage as we hinge. You still got about 12 seconds to get ready for that one. So way to go, team. We're about 5 minutes into our workout, 5 of 21. Let's have some fun. 5 seconds, 10 goat bellies. Let's have fun. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Again, you want to actively kind of drive that kettlebell into your stomach. That makes your core turn on. And then we want that soft bend in the hamstrings or soft bend in the knees to focus on the hamstrings, which are right behind that upper part of the leg. Good. No rush on this one. If you take 40 seconds this round to do this exercise, that's awesome. You're still going to get some rest and recovery because it's bringing your heart rate down. It's a little bit less of an intense exercise. And then we finish out our first round next. Some sit-outs. Halfway through, 30 seconds. Good, good. All right. So coming up are some sit-outs. We have 10 on each side here. So 10 on each side, that's 20 total reps. We got about 15, just over 15 seconds to get ready for it. So mentally, physically, get yourself ready. 10 seconds. And again, sit-outs, we're going to kick that bottom leg through. If you're struggling with the range of motion, keep the hands on the ground. If you're not, let's tap that hand on the foot. 3, 2, 1, 10 on each side here. So it's 20 total. Knocking them out. Good. This is our last new exercise of the day. After this minute, we're going back to the 2-point rows at the beginning to start our second round. Again, no official rest in between as well. So the end of this minute, we're going to start that next minute with the 2-point row. Very, very good. Feeling the burn a little bit. Let that core work here. You're halfway through, 30 seconds. Good, good. Keep on fighting for this one. All right. You got about 15 seconds. Take a deep breath or 3. And then we got our 2-point rows coming up next. Again, this one, let the heart rate come down with the 2-point rows, right? Still want you to go heavy, still want you to work, but breathe. Focus on that breathing while we're working here. Again, 10 2-point rows on each side. 3, 2, 1. We're moving on. Here we go. So even if you're not done with those sit-outs, that's perfectly fine. No worries about it. We'll get them next round. We can always adjust as needed. Good, good. 10 on each side here. Again, 20 total reps. If we look at some of our rep counts today, they're pretty high. It's going to be 60 total rows. So that's a lot of rows in your total workout. It's going to be 30 total Cossack squats. That's pretty heavy, especially if you're going heavy. Just a lot of reps today, a lot of time under tension. But again, we're going to get a good response in the body. Might be a little bit sore after a workout like this, but that's okay. 20 seconds left in the minute. Again, we are into that second round. So we are back to the goblet Cossack squat next. It's going to be 5 on each side. So again, make sure we're paying attention to those rep counts just because they change up so much today. But 5 seconds. Again, Cossack squats, 5 on each side. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Good. Deep into it. Weight is in the heels. Inside leg long. Chest is tall. Looking really good, Heather. Good, good. Now, if you are feeling pain on any workout today, any exercise, anything like that, go and see your local Anytime Fitness. They have a plan. They have a coach ready to help you. Make sure you're in the right positions and to get you to your goal as fast as possible. When we say every member has a plan, we don't mean just some generic plan that we give everyone. We want to personalize it for you, and we want to make it the best for you to get to your goals. We're halfway through this minute. You got 30 seconds to finish up the Cossack squats. And then we got our kneeling overhead presses coming next. Good, good. Yeah? All right. Just over 15 seconds now. So kneeling overhead presses, again, we want to keep the hips forward. Knees, hips, and shoulders should all be stacked right on top of each other in a straight line. and it is 10 overhead presses. So get these done, knock them out, 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Good, so this is already interval number 10 of our 21. So we're coming up on the halfway point already. You guys have been crushing this workout. We're about halfway through this second round, which makes sense to be the halfway point, right? Good, elbows stay in tight. So as we do this one, we don't want to try to let them come out too far. Keep them right in front. Keep them stacked on top of each other. What I like to tell people too is try to keep your wrists right over your elbows, because that is right where your power happens. Halfway through the round here, 30 seconds. Coming up next is going to be the touchdown squats. And you know that we have the touchdown squats and the crossbody mountain climbers coming back to back. So this is the point in the workout where we start to crank up the heart rate just a little bit again. So take those deep breaths, earn that heart rate recovery now so you can crank it back up in this next round. We got about 10 seconds. All right, here we go. Touchdown squats, 20 of them. Let's hit it, team, in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. 10 minutes into our workout. Interval 11 here. Good. Again, keeping that chest tall, knocking these out. This is a good one to try to get done quick. We don't want to sacrifice too much form. Now, again, they're not going to be the perfect squat every time you come down. That is okay. We're not looking for perfection. We're looking for that about 80% of the time we want you to do the right things. 20% of the time, it's going to happen, right? Life happens. Everything happens. A lot of factors that come into play. And it's not just about this exercise. It's about everything. You make the right decisions 80% of the time, you'll be pretty successful. Good, good. All right. Just over 20 seconds to rest here. If you're finishing up, keep on working. We got the touchdown squats done. We got some mountain climber crossbody coming up next, 15 seconds. Over the halfway point of our workout now. Now we start to kick it up, right? We're getting close to that last round of the day already. 5 seconds. Crossbody mountain climbers, 20 on each side, 40 total. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Good. So challenge yourself today. You chose to come into this workout today. You picked it. There is a reason that you came in. You wanted to work out today. Whatever that reason is, dig deep into it. Why are you doing this? Why are you working so hard? Remember what causes you to do that, because that's your motivation, and that's how you get through a workout like this today. Good, good. You're about 25 seconds into the minute here. Got lots of time to finish up these crossbody mountain climbers. Again, it's 40 total. Very, very good. All right. Crossbody mountain climbers done. We got our goat bellies coming up next. Unless we're still finishing them up, that's perfectly fine. You still got 20 seconds. But again, the goat bellies, we're going to hinge. We're going to drive that kettlebell in right under our rib cage. You want to make sure the core is turned on, so you're not just pushing into your stomach. You're pushing into those core muscles. So here we go. 5 seconds. Goat bellies, 10 of them. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Good. Hinging. Nice flat back at the bottom. If I were to take a plate, like any plate that you would have in a gym, I was going to say kitchen, also works. A plate in a kitchen and a plate in a gym, not the same thing, but they would work the same in this. And I put it right on her back. At the bottom of that, it should be stable. It should stay right there because she's in that nice tabletop position and a good hinge, and everything is nice and flat. So that's the position we want you in. If you got someone else that's working out next to you or not working out and they want to come into the kitchen and put a plate on your back just to make sure you're doing it the right way, you can. Maybe unnecessary, but basically what we're looking for is the flat back. Good. Now that you're done with the goat bellies, we're going to finish up our second round of these 7 moves already with our sit-outs. So sit-outs are coming next. You got about 10 seconds. Again, it's 20 total sit-outs, so it's 10 on each side. So make sure you get all these reps done, knock them out, and let's do it. 3, 2, 1. Finishing up round 2. Let's do it. Okay, and it's only one more time through those 7 exercises on the other side of this one. So find a good pace, find a good rhythm, and knock it out today, team. Good. Kick that leg through. Do your best to keep your hips low. Keep that core turned on. Today's one of those days. I say this all the time, but it is a sneaky core day today. There's a lot of core movements. Might be sore in the core tomorrow. That's okay. That's okay. Halfway through the round, though, 30 seconds. There we go. There we go. Again, if you need that option to keep the hands on the ground, just kick the leg through, rotate the hips around. That's okay. 20 seconds left in the round. But if you are done just like Heather here, you got 2 rounds down and you got 1 to go. We got our 2-point row coming up in about 10 seconds, team. So if you're finishing out the sit-ups, okay. But let's get ready for that 2-point row, 10 on each side. Last time hitting it today. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1, let's do it. Good, good. Really squeeze the handle on this one. Get a little extra grip strength work in it, right? You're not stopping with your elbow at the side all the way back. Heather does a really good job of getting that full range of motion, as you can see in her rows. Good. 10 on one side. We just flip it over and hit 10 on the other. So again, it's not too far up. It's not too far down. It's not quite that croc row. It's that perfect bent over 2-point row. Good. Got about 25 seconds left in the round here. So as you guys finish up, make sure to shake it out a little bit. Grab a drink of water still as needed. We've got 6 more exercises today. 6 more. And you are out of here. 15 seconds, and we'll get into our goblet Cossack squats next. So you guys know how to do these. You guys have perfected them in the first 2 rounds. Now let's really work. Let's really work this round. Here we go. 10 total, 5 on each side. 3, 2, 1. Let's do it. Really focus on keeping your chest tall. Again, the core comes into play again. Good. Now notice how the knee still stays over the toe on that one. You're still driving it out as you press up. Very, very good. Now this is getting into that grind time in the workout. The body is tired now. We're about halfway through this round, so if you're getting done like Heather is, use the 30 seconds to recover, to rest. Do what you got to do. Grab some water. When you're done with this one, it's 5 more moves. We got kneeling overhead press coming up next. We have our touchdown squats. We have our mountain climber cross bodies, our goat bellies, and our sit-outs. 5 moves. That's it. 10 seconds here, and we're going to get into that kneeling overhead press. It's 10 reps. Let's hit it. Let's hit it. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Good. Moving that weight today. Straight up, straight down. Control is key. Big control with each rep. Good. Now, again, as we get tired, keep those elbows in. Don't let them drift out too far. There you go. Again, get these done quick. Get some rest, because you're going to need it after these touchdown squats and cross-body mountain climbers, right? We're getting to that point in the workout where it's, you know what's coming up. We're halfway through this round, so you still got 30 seconds. But those touchdown squats, we're going to go after them. It's your last time hitting them, so make it at your best. But that probably means you're going to get your heart rate up a little bit higher. So get ready for that. Mentally, physically, grab a drink of water, do what you got to do, take a couple deep breaths, and let's get ready. You got about 12 seconds, and we'll go into the touchdown squats. 20 reps, 20 of them. Let's go, team. Make them quick. Make them count today. In 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Get straight down, right back up to the top. Perfect. Bring those feet together quick. Hop right back down. Very, very good. Getting done with the touchdown squats for the day. Working hard all the way to rep number 20, team. Rep 1, rep 20, they look the same because you're putting the same amount of effort, the same amount of work in. Come on. Very good. Perfect, team. You're halfway through the round. 30 seconds. If you're like Heather, finishing up, use this round to recover a little bit. It means you got the overhead press and the touchdown squats. You got about 30 seconds in each of those. At least Heather did. If you guys are working similarly, hopefully you got a little bit of rest after those as well, because we got our crossbody mountain climbers coming up next. High plank position, bringing the knees into the opposite elbow. We got 3 moves left today, team. 3 moves. What are you going to do with these to get closer to your goals? Here we go. In 3, 2, 1. Crossbody mountain climbers. It's 20 on each side for 40 total reps. Let's hit them. Find a pace. Find that work. Pull that knee into the elbow. There we go. Good, good. Again, pace, control. It's all coming into play right here. Good. Digging deep now, team. You're halfway through the round, 30 seconds. So still got some time to finish up if you're finishing. We got the goat bellies coming up next, so we'll take that one a little bit slower, and we'll recover before we hit our sit-outs to finish. 20 seconds. So deep breaths. Good, good. 2 exercises to go. Once you're done with the mountain climbers, you got about 10 seconds to get ready for the goat bellies now. So let's get ready. Again, kettlebell right into the stomach. Make sure the core is turned on, and we hinge with that nice flat back. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Perfect. Hinging down, keeping the hamstrings working here. That's really where you want to feel this one. As you come down, you want to feel it in the core because you're obviously pressing into it. And then you want to feel those hamstrings. 10 of these reps, knocking them out. Good, good. All right. Now we are about halfway through this round, 30 seconds. It means you got about 90 seconds left in your workout today. There's only one move on the other side. After you finish up your 10 goat bellies, grab a drink of water, shake it out a little bit, and get ready for our sit-outs to finish. 10 reps on each side, and that's it, team, and that's it. And then we will do a couple of quick stretches, and we will get you out of here to enjoy the rest of your day. 10 seconds. All right, sit-outs. Let's go after these. Let's make them your best round of the day. It's your last round, so not holding anything back for it, right? 3, 2, 1, 20 sit-outs. Let's go. 10 on each side. Good. Finish this one knowing that that end is right there. As soon as you're done with 20 reps, that is the end of this workout. Pretty much. We're still going to do a little bit of recovery. Get that body right for next workout, all right? Good, good. 20 seconds in. Find that pace, find that work, keep on going, team. There we go. Halfway home here, 30 seconds. 30 seconds. That's all we got left. You might even have less than that. If you finish these quick, like Heather does right there, and then you're done. There's 20 seconds left in our EMOM, though. So finishing strong, team, no matter where you are. If you're done, amazing work. If you're finishing up, keep on working till that last rep, and then amazing work. But you got 10 seconds here to finish up your minute. I'm going to go ahead and guess that most of us are done now, but way to go, team, because in 3, in 2, and in 1, there's our 21 minutes of work today. Amazing. We're going to hit some quick stretches and get you guys out of here, but way to work today. Just want to reassure you guys that you crushed that. It was awesome. Let's recover. Standing quad stretch to start. So find a wall. We're going to grab our leg here. We're going to grab our foot, and then we're going to point our knee right down to where our foot would be if you were standing up straight. So we're going to sit here for about 30 seconds. I want you to bring your hip forward so you're still in that straight line. Just like the kneeling overhead press where you got your shoulder, your hip, and your knee in a straight line. That is exactly what we're looking for right here as well. So good. Let's switch it up. Let's go to the other side now. All right. So this one probably got the heart rate cranked up a little bit. Any sort of EMOM like this where we have the higher rep counts gets you working a little bit. It gets that heart rate cranked up. It gets you burning. Good. Next one, let's bring it down to the butterfly stretch. So we're going to sit on the ground, bring our heels together, push our knees down without our elbows. What I want you to do is bring your chest through to flatten out your back and keep your spine nice and neutral. Boom. And then push your knees down. All right. Now, the good thing about a workout like today is anytime you get your heart rate higher like that, you get the EPOC effect, the excess post-exercise oxygen consumption, which is a mouthful. And what it means is basically your body is going to burn extra calories for the next about 24 to 48 hours on top of what you already burn. So if, say you burn about 2,000 calories just in an average day, days that you work out, you get the bonus calories from your workout, but then you also get bonus calories in the next 24 to 48 hours because your body is trying to catch up. It's trying to bring in more oxygen to refuel your muscles and to give your whole body more oxygen again. Next one, let's do a little hamstring stretch. So legs right out in front of us. Let's just hinge towards those toes here. If you want to spread and go in between, you can. But biggest thing is just hinging, reaching, doing what you need to do to stretch out the whole backside of the leg. Very, very good. Good, good. And then, when you're done with this one, this is going to be what we have for you guys. But I want you to take a couple minutes, hit any stretches that you think that you need to, or if you want to do a little extra core, whatever you got to do, absolutely do that. But we want to say thank you for coming out and working out with us today, because my name is Coach Christian, this is Coach Heather, and we can't thank you enough for knocking out this workout. And we will see you next time.